Hello, this is Winston Cunningham. It is February the 16th, 2026. And today I'm going to talk about love. There was light, and this light is the only begotten Son of God, which is identified as I am. The light that is within each one of us and is in everything, everywhere. Everything is made from this light. The quality of this light is love. So in essence, each one of us is pure love. And at the present time, I'm learning about some specifics of love. I am working with giving love unconditionally and observing on what returns as a result. Because I believe that what comes back to me is a direct result of what has gone out. So I'm working with improving or being more direct about what is going out. There are several people I'm working with. I won't mention any names, but there's several people that I'm giving love to in different ways, unconditionally, because to address their particular needs without judgment. And so I want to give unconditionally because I want to receive unconditionally. And since I started working with this, I have seen some results. I have seen things come back to me that I've wanted for a long time that seemed slightly out of reach. But as I started giving deliberately, unconditionally, then these things started returning to me unconditionally. And returning to me in, as the book says, some tenfold, some 30-fold, some 100-fold. So I'm beginning to witness that. I've known it for a long time, but I am deliberately starting to practice it lately. And from the feedback that I get, which is the results, how my life is going, that it is working. There's one person that is super sharp, has a lot to offer, but she has no self-worth. And so I'm spending extra time doing what I can to show love to her in hopes that she will begin to see reasons for loving herself. And as I can see, that's the major thing she has missing. She's got a lot of things going for her, but that, and where it came from, I don't know. That would be speculation. But I can see results. I can see subtle changes in her nature that are good signs, I think. But where it will go, I don't know. But I'm seeing things return to me in good ways. And I go to the YMCA every day, and I keep meeting people who have specific needs that I can help with. And when I can give of what I have, that's what I need for myself. And what returns to me is the results of that. And so I am more optimistic toward the way my life is unfolding now than I've ever been. So I am embracing love. I run across something, and Edgar Cayce said that he thought, or from his readings, he understands that love is, I think he said it, the only universal law is love. And everything stems from that. That makes some sense. Of course, there's a lot of different aspects of love. And I'm reminded that in the New Testament, we were given the 11th commandment, which is love one another as you would yourself. But before you can love anyone else, you have to first love yourself. Because if you're giving away love without understanding love, what does it mean? It's hard to tell what it means, because there's some insincerity or misunderstandings there. So after 82 years, I'm understanding love in a new way. Love is light. The quality of light is love, and we are light. I am is light. Love, I've heard it so many different ways. I've even heard people say love makes the world go around, but it's money that greases the wheel. So I am seeing things return to me. There's things that are coming to me that are, that are kind of surprising, but fit in with what I want. Things usually show up in a way that I wasn't really expecting, but it matches what I said I wanted. And so I work with, I don't want to put limitations on what, how things need to come back to me. I think that's where we get ourselves in a lot of trouble, is I want this, and it has to be a certain way, and so I'm open at this point to accepting what comes as a result of what I'm giving. So this allows me to see more specifically how I'm giving. because what comes back is a direct reflection of my giving. And giving is a big thing because I'm diabetic, and I'd like to get on the other side of that. And according to the Permanent Healing book, the cause for diabetes, or as it related to me, was the holding back on giving. So I'm figuring out how I need to give. This is what I need for myself. What you need for yourself is relative to what you understand and what you are putting into motion, what you are looking to make a part of your life. Wanting to understand more of yourself, that's up to you. And hopefully by me expressing where I am with this, it may stimulate someone else to say, well, maybe I can be a little more flexible about the way I'm approaching things. Because we're the only one that can change this one. And most of the world, unfortunately, is still pointing the finger. And when you point the finger, there's no responsibility in that. I'm becoming responsible for what I think, what I say, what I do. I don't want to run it by the consensus of opinion first, because the consensus of opinion elects foolish people, starts foolish wars, all sorts of foolishness. So I'm not interested in the majority opinion. It is the majority opinion that rules, because energy is independent. How you use energy is what makes the differences. How we use energy. And love encompasses all energy. Any type of energy can be described as a form of love. And with a little observation, you can see what returns from a productive use of energy, and you also have evidence of what returns negatively according to negative use of energy. Any energy we put toward changing someone else is a misuse. It's a waste of energy. We need to see how we can help someone else. To want someone else to have the love that we have. Love is available everywhere, in everything, in everyone. Everyone. So ask yourself, what does love mean to you? What do you know about love? And right away you may begin to think of an emotional elation or an emotional disturbance and associate that with love. But let me remind you that emotion is simply a method designed so we can understand our own thoughts. This is all. I did a talk on emotions. If you want more of the picture I just presented, then listen to my talk on emotions, and after that, listen to my talk on anxiety. I have methods that I practice to keep myself relaxed. Hong Sau is the chief one. And I teach people all the time how to do 636 breathing, just because that's the answer for anxiety. To get 636 breathing will calm you down. It's breathe in through the nose while you count to 6, hold while you count to 3, breathe out through the mouth while you count to 6. But breathe from the diaphragm. Breathe in and out, not up and down. Up and down, you're caught in your emotions. In and out is relaxing. 636. I appreciate the ability to stay relaxed. And I see people getting upset over trivial things. And I've caught myself getting upset over trivial things, and I've worked to correct those things. Because it don't look pretty on someone else, and so it can't look pretty on me. Of course, I'm not after looking pretty. But I do notice these things. And so I want to put on me what is good for me. I want to put on others what is good for me, if they're open to receive it. That's what these talks are about. It's amazing. I'll have somebody that I've sent one of these talks to, or the overall my YouTube channel, and they'll answer back through a text a comment or an opinion about my talks, and truly they have not had time to listen to any of them. So they make a snap judgment. And just yesterday I come across a thing. I was listening to my own talks that it would move from one to another, and this was something to do with AI. But then after did it for a while, I scrolled on down, and where AI described the essence of what I'm doing, I had it all wrong. All wrong. There were some positive things they said, but they had me in the wrong category, a category that I do not belong. So be careful with the AI stuff. From what I can see, AI is poised to be a replacement for religion. Something that someone depends on that's not returning to them in a positive way. There are productive uses for AI, I'm sure. There are productive uses for religion. I'm sure. But look for the productivity in anything, and go at it with the essence of love. And remember that at the core, you are light, which is pure love. So in essence, everyone is pure love. And to act otherwise creates a lot of problems. A lot of problems. Think about that. The more I can learn through each experience allows me an opportunity to learn a little bit more about myself. And so place your attention on what more you can see about yourself through your next experience. See what the results offer you. See what grace and mercy really means by seeing how you receive what comes back as a result of what has gone out. This will give you a clue where you are. I'm Winston Cunningham. Consider that you are pure love. Thank you.